This is the value of wrestling, the revolutionary force in wrestling podcasting.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am back on the Big Time here with another Big Time Rants. We're going to break down some breaking news, some updates, some stuff going on in the world of professional wrestling. Will Ospreay is all elite. Will this work out for him? Will this be bad? What is the status of Randy Orton? What is happening with Marcus Alexander Bagwell? And is MJF injured also now? All this and so much more right here on the Big Time Rants. So join me right after this. Oh, yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in studio, and I'm back right here with another Big Time Rant. I'm the one, I'm the only, you know who I am. I'm the Big Time. And it's where I break down news, reports, and everything else going on in the world of professional wrestling. And we're going to talk about it right here. Randy Orton was announced last night on Monday Night Raw as the fifth member for the babyface team of Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso. Randy Orton was announced, did not appear on TV, but we expect to see him Saturday for WarGames. How is this going to play out? What is this going to look like? We know Randy Orton has issues with many men in the ring. Seth Rollins, he has a past with Cody Rhodes. We know he has a past with Drew McIntyre. And we know that he has even a deeper past with one Jey Uso who will be teaming up with. It's going to be very interesting to see how Randy Orton plays into this, how it plays after this, and what happens on the Raw following Survivor Series. But Randy Orton is going to be back. Randy Orton finally back in the ring after a serious back injury that we might thought would force him to retire. But he has come back, and he is here, and we can't wait to see Randy Orton in Survivor Series, in WarGames. What is the story going to be? What are we going to see going forward? A lot of questions, no answers, but we are definitely excited to see Randy Orton make his return to in-ring action at WarGames. So we will have to see. This Saturday is Survivor Series. I hope you're ready after you eat all the turkey. Get yourself all filled up. Have a day to relax on Friday, unless you go out Black Friday shopping, and that'll be a busy day. But then again, you can relax on Saturday, settle in for a nice Survivor Series on Saturday evening. We will be doing a whole review after Survivor Series, so make sure you're here to join us. And other news, MJF looks like he's injured his hip and some other injuries. They were able to pop his hip in back after the match from Full Gear, but it definitely looks like MJF will be out of action. He definitely won't be in the ring. Still expected to be on TV, but it looks like he'll be out of action for a little while he heals up and gets back from recent injuries that are going on. So we hope that that's good. We hope that he's able to recover from that and that everything works out. We don't need MJF injured as the world champion. Too many people are injured in AEW as it stands right now. Anyways, so we can only hope that MJF will be able to recover quickly and get back in the ring action, especially with World's End coming at the end of December 30th, World's End. This is supposed to be a big deal. This is possibly where we're going to get a devil reveal. This is possibly the next title match for MJF. We can't wait for tomorrow night to see Dynamite, how things play out, the fallout of him and Jay White, what's going to happen there, Bullet Club, the devil, so many things unanswered. We know Samoa Joe, that MJF owns Samoa Joe a world title match. We know Wardlow wants a title match. We don't know what's necessarily going on with Adam Cole. Some people suspecting we didn't see the devil because the devil was standing ringside the whole time. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out, what we're going to get, and we can't wait for Dynamite to see more, to get more, and hopefully get some answers, because the way Full Gear ended didn't really go over very well. I don't think a lot of people went home happy. I don't think a lot of people were impressed with the way everything went down at Full Gear. And other AEW news and Full Gear news, it was announced at Full Gear that Will Ospreay is all elite. He signed his AEW contract, making him officially a member of AEW. He is continuing to fulfill his New Japan Pro Wrestling deals, and in a conjunction between New Japan and AEW, they had agreed on him being able to sign and be under AEW contract at this point, as long as he finished out his terms with New Japan Pro Wrestling. We have Wrestle Kingdom, and that should be kind of wrapping up with a few other dates in there. And then we should see Will Ospreay first major appearance in AEW at Revolution is the expected date for him to actually appear and debut on All Elite Wrestling as All Elite under contract. It seems like he's got a good 3-year deal, and we'll have to see how that plays out, where that goes forward. Will Ospreay be a big name, or will he fall victim to many of the other names that come over from New Japan Pro Wrestling? I think Will Ospreay will definitely push to the forefront and probably be a world champion before the end of this year. But once he's a world champion and loses that title, how does that play out? How does that go? And will he still feel important after all of that? I mean, if we look at Kenny Omega, one of the biggest names coming out of New Japan Pro Wrestling, in the beginning years of AEW, he was hot, but now it just doesn't seem like we have Kenny Omega of old. He's just kind of floundering. The Young Bucks, to me, are not this great tag team that everybody talks about. They seem floundering. Kota Ibushi did not look good in some of his matches in AEW. Different wrestling styles, maybe, but it seems like a lot of these guys come over from New Japan Pro Wrestling, get in AEW ring, start their stories, and eventually just kind of fall flat and boring. I hope we don't see that with Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is a huge name, a huge endeavor into the future of professional wrestling. We can't wait to see what they do, but a lot of speculation, a lot of people wondering what is going to happen with Will Ospreay and Will Ospreay in AEW. We've talked a little bit about this from Full Gear. We also talked a little bit about this on the weekly roundup right here on the Value Wrestling. But it is definitely up in the air how this is all going to play out, what's going to happen, and where we go from here. In other news, it was announced recently that Buff Bagwell was arrested for reckless driving, speeding, DUI, blah. Unfortunately, the report, this is not accurately true. Buff Bagwell came out on DDP Yoga. They have a YouTube video where he speaks candidly in front of the camera about what's going on. Buff Bagwell has well over 400 days sober. He's been alcohol-free and drug-free, and we congratulate him on reaching such a milestone. But recently, he was in a DUI class where he got into a disagreement with the instructor, which led him to having to go to court in DUI court. There's a lot of rules and regulations, and when you violate and get sentenced to 24, 48 hours or whatever period of time in jail, kind of like a timeout, I guess, to put it a better way, it kicks back to the original charges. Instead of saying it's a DUI court suspension or violation, it just brings up that it was a DUI charge and throws back. Now, Buff Bagwell, Marcus Alexander Bagwell, whatever you're referring to, broke this down in a very good video, which I will put the link down below to the YouTube video for DDP Yoga. You can listen to Buff Bagwell explain the situation, why it's happening, what's going on. He accepts full responsibility for kind of basically losing his temper. He talks about his, his recovery, being alcohol-free, how it kind of all started, how it kind of all overstormed, and, what's going on when he got caught in a DUI and what DUI court's kind of about. He's going to give you a little bit of background, a little bit of information, but I think it's a good watch. It's definitely interesting watch to sit down and listen to him explain his side. We here at the Value Wrestling wish the best for Marcus Alexander Bagwell, Buff Bagwell, whatever we want to refer to call him as, but we wish him the best. We support him in his recovery. He's doing a great job, 15 months, over 400 days, as he talks about in this video, of being sober, off the drugs, off the Xanax and everything. And it's good to see that he is on the right path and that he's coming out and getting ahead of these issues, that he's correcting these issues and explaining what's going on so people can really understand what's going on instead of just reading a brief headline and running with a story saying, oh, Marcus Alexander Bagwell was arrested for another DUI. He was arrested for speeding, this, that, and others. Now that we know, we can give good news, and I think it's always important when we talk about a topic like this that we're able to get the accurate news and when we have information directly from the source, and we can bring it to you. That's what we want to do at the Value Wrestling. But we are big supporters of Marcus Bagwell. I was a big fan of Marcus Bagwell back in early WCW days, even back to GWF, Global Wrestling Federation, I believe it was, on ESPN. When he teamed up with Too Cold Scorpio, when he teamed up with the Patriot, when he teamed up with Scotty Ridge's American Males, it was great. When he went over and became Buff Bagwell in the NWO, It was okay, but wasn't one of my favorite ones. It was sad that he was never able to get over in WWE. It would have been nice to see him do something there, but we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, Bagwell can get himself clean, sober. He is clean and sober for 400 days. I shouldn't say that. Hopefully, he can maintain that sobriety. He can maintain that status, continue to march forward. We wish him the best of luck. I hope that he recently had a knee replacement. He's feeling good. He's hoping he's going to be able to run, hopefully get in the ring, do some rope running. It would be great to see him get back in the ring, maybe have one more match that kind of comes back from everything. We'd love to see it, and I am a full supporter of Bagwell being able to do something. And we wish him the best of luck from us and everybody here at the Value of Wrestling. But anyways, not a lot of other news. In last random news, it did drop that MJF is not a name being mentioned by WWE right now. WWE higher-ups fully believe that MJF's already signed his contract extension that keeps him with AEW through 2027, and that there will be no bidding war. So it doesn't look like WWE and MJF are having any talks right now or anything going forward discussing MJF making a jump to WWE. Has he signed the contract extension until 2027? We're still looking into that. Hopefully we'll find out more information, and who knows. It also seems like there's no talks going on between CM Punk and WWE, that it's kind of dead right now. They have moved on and done what they're doing, and they haven't needed him before. They don't feel like they need him now, so we'll have to see what happens with CM Punk, WWE. Ooh, we have Survivor Series coming up this weekend, so it should be a great time. Then after Survivor Series, we're headed into Royal Rumble season, which is always a fun time of year, and we are excited about it. Anyways, I am the Big Tyme. This is the Big Tyme Rants. I do thank you for taking time out of your busy day to listen to me rant and ramble and talk about things going on in the world of professional wrestling. If you're here and you enjoy this, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Like this video. It helps us out. The algorithm helps us push this out there more. If you haven't, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the Value Wrestling family. Join us here. Become part of the fastest growing wrestling podcast, as we here at the Value Wrestling are working hard and diligently to bring you the best content and rise to the top. We are at 132 subscribers, and we're looking for everybody to subscribe so we can grow and continue to build towards the future. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that bell for notifications. You never know when new videos like this or whenever we go live is going to come up. And with that bell notification, it's going to let you know that we are either live or a new video has popped up, so you can stay up to date on the newest content coming out of the Value of Wrestling. I appreciate you. I thank you for being here. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to call it for now and let you go back about your day. But like I always say, until the next episode, it's time to say bye, bye, bye. You know it.